So last year I made a video talking about 5 things I wanted to see in Doctor Who Series 8. Back then we had literally no information. The only thing we knew was that Peter Capaldi was going to be the Doctor and Jenna Coleman was going to stay on as Clara, and that Stephen Moffat was going to stay on as a showrunner. Now, just a little bit over a week away from Series 8, we know quite a bit more. And I thought, hey, why don't I talk about 5 more things I want to see in Doctor Who Series 8? So, here's 5 more things I want to see in Doctor Who Series 8.
Where are we going?
Into darkness.
Number 5. A good Dalek story. Now, for my money, just talking about actual Dalek stories, you know, with the Daleks in the main focus, so like, for instance, The Day of the Doctor doesn't count. I don't think we've had a good, just Dalek story in quite a long while. I'm gonna say since, maybe Doomsday? That sounds really bad to say, but the Daleks, and call me a Russell T Davies fanboy or whatever, but I think the Daleks, especially under Stephen Moffat's run, have been pretty bad, pretty appalling. I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Stephen Moffat himself. I've got a feeling it is. But the Daleks have just been absolutely unintimidating, completely laughably defeatable, and just a almost like a parody of what they, you know, we watched Time of the Doctor, talked about this a bit before. The part where they're about to exterminate the Doctor, they're just sitting up in their spaceships going, "We are going to exterminate you, we are going to exterminate you," and it's almost like a Doctor Who parody. It's almost like something like the parody Doctor Stephen Moffat wrote, you know, The Curse of Fatal Death, that he wrote, you know, Rowan Atkinson as the Doctor. It's absolutely ridiculous. Asylum of the Daleks, which was the story where Stephen Moffat was going to make the Daleks scary again, was probably one of the worst Dalek stories we've had in a while. He didn't make the Daleks terrifying. He made them at the beginning scared that they had to ask the Doctor for help, and then at the end of the episode, confused because they had no idea who the Doctor was. The Doctor was laughing at them. And yeah, sure, I like to see the Doctor, you know, come beat the Daleks and show them up as much as the next guy, but you actually have to show the Daleks winning, or at least, you know, slightly intimidating for them to be worthwhile as a threat. At this point, you know, I'm never going to get scared for anyone's life with Stephen Moffat's Daleks around, because they suck, quite frankly. And we have a Dalek story coming up in Series 8, and I hope it's good, because honestly, Daleks have been really lame, and I don't know, I think it's a mix between Stephen Moffat not being able to kill off any characters, because, you know, so we're on about Russell T Davies, but maybe not the main characters, but specifically, you know, his supporting cast, he let the Daleks kill off people. You see, you know, the episode Dalek, the Dalek kills like 50 people parting their ways. Russell T Davies sets up like more than 2, like a bunch of really sympathetic, likeable, supporting characters in that episode, and then he lets the Daleks just annihilate them. Yeah, Series 1, which was 6 years ago, I want to say. No, that can't be right. What am I talking about? 9 years ago. 9 years ago, that's when Series 1 was. The Daleks have just been worse since then. Please let the Daleks be scary in Series 8. Number 4. Time to move on. And what I mean by this, you know, you guys saw the 50th anniversary, right? It was great, wasn't it? It was a really good episode, with lots of callbacks back to the previous show. All, you know, 13 Doctors showed up at the end. Tom Baker was even there. It was really fun. All the other things surrounding the 50th anniversary was great too, like An Adventure in Space and Time, a really good docudrama, really heartfelt, really just a really powerful thing. The Five-ish Doctors, hilarious. Night of the Doctor, seeing Paul McGann again, absolutely fantastic. But it's not the 50th, but the 50th anniversary is over. It's gone. Let's move on. You know, I mean, we need to move on, go into a brave, bold new era of Doctor Who. We can't just keep relying on callbacks, reusing old storylines and old monsters. We need to move on. The 50th anniversary is great, but I don't want to celebrate the 51st anniversary, or the 10th anniversary of New Who, or the 5th anniversary of Stephen Moffat's era. No, alright? Just stop, okay? When it gets to the next anniversary, important anniversary, fine, we can have a look back then. But until then, please, can we move on? We've got a new Doctor. It's time to move on and stop looking at the past. Number 3. For Sophie Aldred to cameo as Ace, because any companion that can beat up a Dalek with a baseball bat is alright in my book.
Incalling smoke!
Number 2. A story arc more like the story arc in Series 5. Now, as you noticed, in Stephen Moffat's later series, specifically Series 6, he tried a lot more kind of a arc-y, more grouped together story, or the majority of the episodes would be heavily linked with the main plot of the series. And I don't think having Doctor Who be, have arcs and have, a big overgoing story is necessarily... I'm not sure if you can't do it, I just don't think it's been done well. But at least for Capaldi's first series, I would like to see more of a running story like the one in Series 5, where, sure, there were hints to the finale, and even in some episodes, like the Time of Angels two-parter, there were, heavy links. The plot would, the Cracks in Time plot would, somewhat kind of become the plot of the episode. But for the most part, the F stories were standalone, but giving us little nice hints and teasers until we finally got to the finale and everything came together and everything was satisfactory for the most part. I really do like the ongoing arc in Series 5. I think it's an example of how, kind of how you can do standalone stuff with an ongoing arc in it. And I think I would like to see a return to that in Series 8. And number 1. Slower paced storytelling. Now, let me give a little backstory to this. Last time I watched Dinosaurs on a Spaceship, I noticed something. That story can just not bloody stand still. There's just so much going on. It's so fast paced. One moment there'll be a fun bit where they're riding dinosaurs. The next, what, the dinosaurs murdered? What? Then another funny bit with robots. Then 10 minutes. No, not 10 minutes. They'd never give them 10 minutes. 2 minutes where the doctor's like, "Oh, hey Amy, how you doing? Is your life been good? Oh yeah, doctor. My doctor's, oh no, you gotta do more stuff. Running about, yay. And then more fun bits. Then what? The doctor's murdered someone? What the hell? What's going on? Where did this come from? No, funny. Rory's dad. Yay, fun. Ending. What? What? Like, what is going on? And this is not just a problem in Dinosaurs on the Spaceship, but pretty much all of Series 7. These storylines, are being shoved into this 45-minute mark with no room for breath, no room for character development moments, because there's so much time being spent on the plot and on the funny bits, and I like funny bits, and I like a good plot, but I need character development moments to be invested in the characters. I think this has partially got to do with the length of the episodes, but it's also got to do with the writing. I need, it just needs more time, especially to get a new Doctor. We need more time just to, get inside his head, know what he's thinking, have a moment where, the Doctor and his companion can sit down and discuss things, it doesn't have to be too much. I don't need I don't need a whole episode where they, sit in a diner and discuss their thoughts and feelings or whatever. It still has to be Doctor Who, but if you want people to invest in this new Doctor, you really have to let people get in his head. Even if the idea is that the Doctor's supposed to be kind of distant and kind of mysterious, even if that's the way they're going with the new Doctor, we should still understand where he's coming from as a character. And to be honest, it's just less exhausting. I got to the end of Dinosaurs in the Spaceship and I was like, bloody hell! I mean, there were some fun bits, but by the time I got to the end of it, I'm exhausted. I need a cup of tea. And Time of the Doctor again, like some great bits in it, but it's all muddled up with exposition and it just links to other episodes and just sometimes, like in Day of the Doctor, where yes, there are some amazing action and explosions and really fun bantery dialogue, but then there are just some little moments where the War Doctor and Clara are talking and they're discussing kind of like it's just really nice moments. And from what reviews I've read of Deep Breath, the series opener, I've heard this to be the case. And I really hope it is. I really hope that's gonna be for the whole series and for the rest of Capaldi's tenure. Because I really think it would improve the show. But what do you think? What 5 things you want to see in Doctor Who Series 8? I'll put 10 things since I've already done 2 videos, two lots of 5. Please put your opinions in the comment section below and please subscribe. Thank you, this is Isaac's Movie Page and thank you for listening.